Okay, so welcome to this lesson where we're going to be talking about the principles of hypnosis. So let's start off by sitting there and thinking about a drug. Imagine there is a pill that is available right now and it helps people to sleep better. It helps them overcome depression. It helps them to lose weight. And this is just the one single drug, one pill that does all this. It helps people get rid of anxiety. It helps them quit smoking. It's been shown to boost their immune system and make their immune system work better. And it's also used as a painkiller. It gets rid of pain for people. Now, is that not sounding like one of the best drugs in the world right now? Would be, right? I mean, imagine it's like a super drug, a drug that does all these things and even better. There's no side effect. Now, I don't know whether you know this, but many doctors know this to be true, which is that every single drug, every single manufactured compound that we put into the body as medicine actually does some damage to the body. But we just trust that it's doing less damage than the thing that's trying to solve. So most, in fact, all drugs do some sort of damage to the body because the body doesn't have that within it already. Now, hopefully, like I said, the damage is lesser than the problem it's solving. Now, imagine this drug. You know, it sounds like it's a super drug, but imagine this drug not only does it do all these things, but there's no side effect at all. No side effects whatsoever. And even better, it can be for free. So the pharmaceutical companies don't have a hold on it. Does that sound like the best drug? Well, again, you know, obviously it's not a drug, but that's what hypnotherapy can do. Hypnotherapy has the potential to solve all of these problems plus so much more. And so we're going to be talking about why this is. Now, a lot of people want to first of all understand what is hypnosis. Well, hypnosis is a natural state. I used to think it was some sort of weird power that hypnotists had before I got involved in it. I used to be scared of it. I didn't think I was scared, but I used to think it was mind control. And look, so hypnosis is just a natural state. It's a natural state that we all go in and out of hypnosis from day to day. It's a feeling of just being relaxed. If you are in a relaxed state, there's a good chance you're in a hypnotic state. It creates selective thinking, and that is where we trick our mind into believing certain things about ourselves or about other people that are going to empower us rather than tricks of the mind that actually disempowers us. And so it's about creating selective thinking. It also triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, and that is the opposite to fight or flight response. That fight or flight response when you're stressed out, that is your sympathetic nervous system. Well, your parasympathetic nervous system is the nervous system that kicks in where you are eating, when you are sleeping, when you are relaxed, when you're repairing, when you're rejuvenating. And so by getting to a state of hypnosis, it's the same nervous system that triggers when people are meditating. It's part of the reason why meditating has so many therapeutic benefits to it. Hypnosis and meditation are very similar. It's just that meditation is typically non-directed. It's not strategic. It's more generalized. It's just meditation, and from that you'll get into a flow state and you get some benefits from it. Hypnosis is getting to a flow state. It is giving you all the therapeutic benefits that meditation gives you, plus it's more strategic, it's more directed. And so you're going to address certain specific areas of someone's life. Now, there are natural forms of hypnosis, such as driving your car. If you're driving your car, there's a good chance you get into a state of hypnosis. You kind of just zone out and you can't remember the last 5 minutes or the last 10 minutes. Anytime you're daydreaming and your mind just sort of wanders, that's a form of hypnosis. When you're watching TV and you kind of have time distortion and you kind of lose track of time, or maybe even someone could be calling you from the kitchen and calling your name and you don't hear them until they say your name the 10th time, that's a form of hypnosis. Anytime you're having to do repetitive tasks where it gets boring, it's monotonous, your unconscious mind will take you to another place, you'll daydream, and so that creates hypnosis. And then also, just before sleep and just upon waking is also a form of hypnosis where people are highly receptive to influences. So just as you're transitioning at the end of the day from awake brainwaves to sleep brainwaves, you're highly suggestible. And then as you transition from sleeping brainwaves to awake brainwaves, waking brainwaves, you are highly suggestible. So you get those bookends of the sleep period there where we are highly suggestible. And these are just natural forms of hypnosis. So hypnosis is something that everyone already is hypnotized. Everyone already is hypnotized. I like to change the way that we think about hypnosis, and that is that as a hypnotherapist, all we do is we help people masterfully hypnotize themselves rather than clumsily hypnotize themselves. Because when people have problems, they have hypnotized themselves to believe that they have these problems. And so what prevents hypnosis from working? Well, it's about when a client feels unsafe. If they feel unsafe, they'll be in that fight or flight response, and so they won't relax themselves to allow hypnosis to work. If they're feeling uncertain, same sort of thing. If they're vigilant, they're like, I'm not sure about this, they're not going to allow themselves to, get into that parasympathetic nervous system and to relax and know that they're in control. It's that fight, flight, or freeze response. That again, if they're stressed out and they just can't allow themselves to relax, it's not going to work all that well. And it really is just a lack of self-control. Some people feel like that they can't be hypnotized. Well, what's really happening is they can't allow themselves to relax. And that's what it is. When someone can be hypnotized, it is a form of self-control. It is a form of that person, that client going, you know what, I'm going to choose to relax right now. I'm going to choose to participate in this process. I'm going to choose for it to work on me. And so that is a higher level of self-control. People think that hypnosis only works on people that are gullible. It's not that at all. It's really about when people have a disciplined mindset, when people have the ability to allow themselves to relax, to allow themselves to rejuvenate. That's when hypnosis works really well. Ultimately, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. And so it's really understanding that we are all under forms of hypnosis every single day, that our problems in our life are our problems because we've hypnotized ourselves to believe we have these problems and they are ours. Any solution that we have, any identities that we have, any labels that we have for ourselves are all forms of hypnosis that we have self-created, that we believe about. Now, when I say self-created, it may have come from your external environment, but you've chosen to take it on and believe it. I mean, I've heard people tell me that, it's possible to walk on the moon and it's not possible to walk on the moon. But, so I've heard opposing views. You get to choose what you believe. And that is a form of self-hypnosis. I have self-hypnotized to believe the things that I believe as being factual and as a view. And so it's just understanding that all hypnosis is self-hypnosis. As a practitioner, I have no special power. You have no special power. The only power that anyone has is within themselves, because they can choose to allow hypnosis to work on themselves, because again, all hypnosis is self-hypnosis.